I know. Wondering what Rusty Steve is up to. So we'll get one out soon. In fact, this is the leading edge of it, of the next one. But it has nothing to do with this. And I can't get out of it. I got all my rebar in here, right here. That goes all the way around. Concrete time, finally. We're gonna hand mix it in the buckets. It might be easier if I do 30, 30, 30, because I gotta pour it in tight spots, so. Looks like about half a bag will get me 8 feet. I think I'm gonna mix even less of the concrete with the water and then add concrete and then mix. And then, so I get that bottom stuff. What happened is the bottom stayed too dry. I couldn't get it to mix nice with that hand mixer. All right, what we used on that to get the concrete down in that little slot right next to the wall was this concrete chute that my son built. So it just has a little stand on the bottom, split the bucket, spread it apart, cut it back here so you could get it up against the wall, get this right at the edge of where it has to fill. It worked great. I waited till the day that I'm going to use these to get my treated lumber. I know how much that stuff dries and twists and stuff, so. I opted for a spacer, but I'll just stack them all up. I won't put air between them. I made a notice too that they're cedar tone, so only the best. Oh, that's all they had. I would have got green, but in the 2x6, that's all I had was the cedar tone ones. Look at, they even come with free mold. I don't know what that is, but you see it on these treated ones now and then. Looks like mold. So today, treated wood, cut it to length. I'm gonna put the sill plate all the way around the outer edge. Got my glue, but I wasn't expecting this. I hadn't looked at it in a while and it was sitting like this. And I think it all gobbed out and got as hard as a rock and stuck. So I worked on this for a while. I see movement. Ah, look at that. Let loose. I ended up making here is a super nice cap. Look at that baby. Should seal up anything now. Makes a cool sound too. So during my dry fit, unfortunately, I figured out that I'm gonna have to rip these, at least this one, a little bit, because my posts are the way everything's assembled. It's leaving these sticking out too far onto the floor. So what's that noise over there? My pop machine's doing something. That's odd because I had disconnected all the compressor and everything, so it sounds like something going on in the change. That must be the plug that works with the coins. Okay, we're done going click click. All right, I'm not looking forward to ripping these, and I'm just gonna try it freehand, follow my line here, see how that goes. So that didn't go as bad as I thought, although I think I'm gonna end up going through a lot of batteries. Toenailed in my sill plate, glued it also. Now I'm just gonna throw in a couple of, for good measure, a couple of these hammer nails. And the only thing this thing is doing is holding the bottom of my plywood and my tin. Something gives me something to nail to. That. She went completely flat. This is usually what I get. You know, the nail doesn't go completely to the washer, and I got this rubber sun ring thing still floating there. But that, you know, that doesn't matter. It's basically to keep that from sliding, and it's not going anywhere. I got a good portion of the nail in the concrete, so. Well, what's next? Should be able to start building that new wall that goes from one side of the shed to the other side. It divides it in half. I got to do some stuff up in the attic yet, catwalks and stuff. But I think the splitting wall is quick coming here.